And so it begins. A new chapter of Warriors football. Together we are ready to face the challenges ahead, win or lose. There's something special about this game. It gets to the heart of each of us and takes us to another level. Together we feel like we can do anything. And even if just for a brief moment, we are larger than life. For it is into this game that we pour our heart and soul. The stage is set. The time is now to give it everything we have. Together as a team. Together as warriors.
Some of the goals coming into this season, it was a little up in the air. We lost a lot of guys from last season. I think 7 or 8 starters that we had. So there was a lot of undetermined factors. We didn't know what we had. We had a lot of young guys and inexperienced guys. So our goal, as always, though, was to play for a WPIAL title and win the conference. Unfortunately, we fell short of both of those. But finishing 7-3 with a lot of young guys, I'm still really happy with how the season played out. In my opinion, this is a special group of seniors. Not a lot of them, 8 total, and 3 were first-year players that just decided to come out and be part of this as seniors. To my knowledge, and I talked to Mr. Guffey, this is the first senior class in over 35 years that have won 4 straight or had 4 straight winning seasons. Has not happened in over 35 years. So that's a testament to these guys. Their freshman year, they were 5-4. Their sophomore year, they were 7-3. Their junior year, they were 8-2. And they finished their season 7-3, all with 3 trips to the playoffs out of the 4 years. So they've done a remarkable job of help turning the program around.
It's Friday the 13th, and I need my real killer. Let's go to the house on 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
Close your eyes, remember your beliefs, so then for holding. Wait, Playing football at Elizabeth Forward has meant a lot to me. It really helped build up my confidence in myself, and it really taught me teamwork and a bunch of other stuff like that. Well, this is my first year, but when I joined, a lot of people were doubting us because we lost a lot of players, but we just came back stronger than ever. That just motivated us. My most memorable moment was camp because it really taught me dedication and you gotta work at something a lot to really learn it. My future plans are to either attend IUP or Slippery Rock and to be a physical therapist. I'd like to thank my parents for all the support, all my teammates, and especially the coaches for taking me in and teaching me so much.
Playing football at Elizabeth Forward meant a lot to me. It's been something I've been doing since the age of 6. Even though, you play with different kids every year, build a lot of different relationships and bonds, a lot of different coaches, and especially these past 4 years of high school football, varsity football and even junior varsity football is an experience a lot of people might not get to have for a lot of reasons. So just being able to have the ability and the opportunity to do it, especially at Elizabeth Forward, has meant a lot. So how have we grown as a team since the start of my senior year? Since the start of my senior year, I feel like we've grown a ton as a team. We have a lot of new guys this year. Since my freshman year, I've seen so many different kids, and especially this senior year. We had 50 kids on the team this year. That's the most I've ever seen play football at EF. And a lot of them were new, first-year guys, maybe guys that moved here. They're guys that just wanted to come out and play football. And I can't blame them. And it was just so crazy to see all these different people from, who might play different sports or do different stuff, just come together for one thing and just have fun and play football together. And it really allowed me to meet a lot of new people too as well, that don't play other sports. So it just provided me with a lot of new friendships and relationships that I definitely wouldn't have had without these kids coming to play and me playing as well. And it was a new year for sure that really just showed how much the EF has grown as a program the past 4 years. What is my most memorable moment? My most memorable moment, I don't know if I can narrow it down to one moment. There's a lot that I've experienced, obviously, and most of them are all good. I can't really complain, and there's some that are way cooler than others, but I just feel just the camaraderie we have, especially playing offensive line and defensive line. We're such a tight-knit group. No matter your grade or what kind of person you are or how you play, if you're in the huddle with me, we're gonna be friends, and I consider you like a brother to me. So just the talk we have with each other, and sometimes we mess around at practice in the huddle, or even in the games we mess with each other. And you gotta realize it's more fun. And of course everyone likes to win, but the fun we just have with each other and in the huddle is definitely what stands out to me the most. What are my future plans? My future plans, I'm going to Seton Hill University and studying physician assistant sciences to hopefully become a physician assistant in the future, and I'm also going to be wrestling at the university. Who would I like to thank? I'd like to thank everyone who's a part of my life, especially my family, taking me to practice, picking me up the past 12, 13 years I've played. Without them, I wouldn't ever even started playing football. My mom told me to go try it out when I was 6, and I've stuck with it ever since. And especially my friends, a lot of these seniors especially, but some of them, came in middle school, some came this year, but even some of them I played with since I was 6, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be different not being able to play with them ever again. But I really appreciate the time that I've spent with them, and at last, obviously, the coaches. All these coaches, I've known all of them since my freshman year, and they've just changed this program a lot, and they've had an impact on me as a person, which some people might not get to have, and I really appreciate all everyone has done for me. So
playing football at Elizabeth Forward has meant a lot to me. the blood, sweat, and tears that all of us put in. It's a bond like no other sport. We've grown as a team. A lot of people doubted us, and over this summer, Coach Colodi just told us keep believing, and throughout the season, first game we got a win, and everybody was just on board after that. My most memorable moment was probably actually playing youth football. We played York at Ringgold, and we ended up beating them in the last second. JP took it in the end zone with 3 seconds left, and we ended up winning. My future plans are to attend a trade school for plumbing and try to get into the gas company after that. I'd like to thank all the coaches and my parents for pushing me through, and I had knee surgery, and they just kept pushing me through to get stronger and come out and play, and I was glad I did.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can X around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can X around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they got want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Kingdom, king me, checkmate then repeat. This chess not checkers, what can I say? I got goat jeans. Real kings do king things. Live like one, breathe like one, killing shit by any means. Everybody can't lead like one, nah. Is it really me? Gotta check and see my legacy like royalty, and I act like it. If you know, better act like it. Look at me now, they can't hold me down, so give me the crown. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can X around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can X around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Kings for a long stretch, no limousine. If you talking winners, gotta intervene. I'm the biggest one of those you ever seen. I'ma need a crown. I'm the only one that ever held it down. At the tip top, people flip flop every day. Not I top 5. I'm a big shot. I'm the one that wanna take the big shots. Big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan. Get lost. We've been this wrong. Look at me now. They can't hold me down. So give me the crown. It must be a thing. It must be the pause that silence the noise. It must be the heart that sets me apart. It must be the game that gave me the name. It must be the truth. I could be the proof. It could be the chain. It might be the shoes. They watching my moves. They chasing the fame, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
Playing football at Elizabeth Ford has meant a lot for me. It's insane to play for such a team that cares so much for each other, with coaches that care a lot, and having all these winning seasons and trying so hard is just amazing for everyone. We've bonded a lot more than any other team through the years I've played. This team was so close and we never gave up, and I think growing like that meant a lot for how well we did this season. My most memorable moment is when Big E got completely broke by Dylan Feudor at practice. I planned to attend Penn State Barron, and after that, I don't have a clue. I'd like to thank everyone that comes out and support. I'd like to thank the coaches, and I'd like to thank my family, especially my mom, for help. When I couldn't drive, she drove me everywhere for everything.
Playing football at Elizabeth Ford meant a lot to me. Being able to play for all my friends and all the guys, and being able to change the culture around the community and show that we could be a good football team. I think we've grown a lot since senior year. We've had a lot of kids step up and made a lot of bonds throughout the year. My most memorable moment is probably winning conference 2 years in a row, and all like the jokes and stuff we made in the huddle with the line. I'd like to attend a college or something for psychology or business. I'd like to thank the whole coaching staff and my parents for motivating me, and all my friends for keeping me going throughout the football season.
Playing football at Elizabeth Ford's meant a lot for me. It's gave me an opportunity to really build and bond with all my teammates and create a brotherhood that I've never had before in any other sport. It really made me grow as a person, and make me a lot more mature when it came to working with other people. Oh, we've grown a lot. I feel like we built a lot of memories and friendships that I never expected to have in high school, especially with the underclassmen, taking them different places, giving them the opportunity to kind of bond with us and showing them the way a little bit. I never got to have that experience as a 9th or 10th grader, and I felt like that was a really important and touching moment. My most memorable moment from football is most definitely camp. Coming into, I never had any football experience before, and deciding to do it this year, it was a very last-minute decision, and I didn't know what to expect. But I walked into camp with a blind eye, not knowing what kind of football player I would be. And it was a really good experience, and it really taught myself a lot. And I can't thank the coaches enough for that too. My future plans are to enlist into the military. I'm undecided on which branch as of right now, and then attend a 4-year university for criminology or criminal justice. And I would like to eventually further my athletics in either baseball or football, hopefully. I would most definitely like to thank my family, my mom and my dad, and also my grandpap as well for supporting me through the entire thing, making it to every game. I'd like to thank my coaches for giving me the opportunity to play and really teaching me a lot on and off the field. And I would, last but not least, like to thank my teammates for making it so memorable and having such a great season together and creating a bond that will never be broken.
Playing football at Elizabeth Forward has meant a lot to me. From the time I first came as a freshman, I was able to develop so many bonds with new people that I never thought I'd be able to have a chance to do. And really coming into this high school environment, you're scared as a freshman, but then you see upperclassmen really including you into a team environment, and that's what I feel that football really offers at Elizabeth Forward, and that's family. So from the start of our senior year, we really grown in numbers, which is a big thing. We were not that big of a team my previous 3 years, and my senior year we had upwards to 50 kids, and I felt that all 50 of us were really close and we could really become what is known as a brotherhood. The most memorable moment playing football would be making the playoffs 3 straight years from my sophomore to senior year, and also just being out there with all my friends was an experience like no other, and I'll never forget that. My future plans are to attend a college and get a degree in engineering and also hopefully play college baseball. I'd like to thank all my coaches from Little League to helping me develop a love and passion for this game and telling me to keep with it, stay with it, and keep going all the way to high school. And I'd also like to thank my high school coaches for developing me into a better football player, but not only that, but also helping me develop into a better man and person that I can become in the future.
Playing football at EF has meant a lot ever since I was little, especially since like my 2 older brothers were kind of big into it, like they're always in the newspaper and all that, so I was happy I finally got my chance to be able to play a little bit. I've definitely gotten close with a lot of kids like I never really thought I'd be friends with, just a bunch of, especially the younger kids that I've never really talked to. I got to be able to come close with and hang out with all the time now. My most memorable moment was definitely walking off the field at the Aliquippa game. Like, it was sad, but it made you notice like how big of a part in your life all these kids make. Like, kids that I've grown up not being able to play with, I finally got to spend some time with them on the field. My future plans are to go to Penn State Barron, and I'm going to go for project management. I'd like to thank my parents first because they finally let me play. There's a lot of risks that they weren't willing to face for a while, but they finally came around. Coach Flaus definitely got me into it. He was willing to sit down and talk to my parents and tell them that like he would take care and make sure everything was all right. And all the coaches helped pick me up and not just like leave me there since I was a senior and just showed up. And all the kids that were really open when I showed up, instead of just thinking I was a senior showing up for nothing, they like all helped and bring me part of it.
Lewis calls his own number up to the center.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Under late, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Lewis with the lateral. Balls away, number 5. Trying to make some move. McClellan in for a Warrior touchdown. 59 yards.
We just had our senior dinner tonight. I took the guys out for dinner, and then we come over in here to do these interviews. And we were all talking about how bright, and it's awesome to see these seniors and the excitement that they have for the underclassmen. It really was. We talked about it at dinner, and they're like, man, Coach, you got, Zach Boyd coming back. You got Jason coming back, Devontae coming back, Murph coming back, Grant coming back, Kyle coming back. We have all these guys that are contributing in major ways as 9th and 10th graders on a playoff team. That's great, So these seniors, I mean, they're leaving a legacy of just being tight knit. They're like inseparable, and they brought a lot to the table with their work ethic and their leadership. And like I said, previously, that they're the first senior class to go through all 4 years with a winning season. And that's unbelievable. 3 straight trips to the playoffs. We've won back-to-back conference titles with these guys. So they've done, more than they were ever expected to do. We believed in them as coaches, but I know maybe some of the outsiders and things like that never thought that we'd be able to do the things that we've done. And all they've done was prove people wrong. I would have to say my most memorable moment was, it was special. I said after our Aliquippa game, we lost. And after games, I give the kids, 5 minutes after I get done talking to them on the field. I give them 5 minutes to go and talk over at the fence with their parents, their friends, their girlfriends, whoever. And they know whenever I say or blow my whistle, okay, guys, we all got to go back into the locker room together. So, we enter the field as a team, we leave the field as a team. So whenever I said, okay, guys, you can go and do that, nobody moved, and the entire team stayed there and cried and hugged each other and thanked the underclassmen, thanked the seniors for everything that they gave, and the seniors, put their arms around these underclassmen and said, don't give up, and you guys are going to be special. And I think that honestly is maybe my most memorable moment to date in Elizabeth Forward football program. I looked at my coaches and I had tears in my eyes, and I said, you know what, guys, we've done it. This is what we set out to do, is to make this program a family where these kids ignored their family, their girlfriends, and their friends over on the side, and they just wanted to be with each other that night on the field and cry together and hug each other. And that bond is just something that formed over the 4 years of being part of this Elizabeth Forward football program. And I'll tell you what, I have never seen anything like that in my years of coaching. And these guys are special, and it was awesome to see. My coaches all were just amazed by the group of guys and the character and the toughness and the work ethic and everything that, the brotherhood that we have here. And it's going to continue for years to come, because they instilled it into those young kids and showed that we can compete with anybody. We can compete with the North Catholics, the Derrys, or even the Aliquippas. When most people think we stand no chance, we stood toe-to-toe with those teams, and we're never intimidated by them at all. So, you know, we turned the corner, and and like I said in the newspaper before, whenever I took over, we hoped to win games. Now we expect to win games. So there's not a team that I feel that can beat us ever, and we expect to win every single Friday night.
We are dead to rights, born and raised. We are thick and thin till our last days. So hold me close and I'll surrender to your heart. You know how to give and how to take. You see every hope I locked away. So pull me close and surrender to my heart. Before the flame goes out tonight, yeah, we'll live until we die. So come out, come out, come out, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Come out, come out, come out, till we lose control, into a raging fire, into a raging fire. Come out, come out, come out, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire. Let the world leave us behind. Let your heart be next to mine. Before the flame goes out tonight, we can live until we die. Come out, come out, come out, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Come out, come out, come out, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire? Come out, come out, come out, till we lose control, into a raging fire, into a raging
It's so important. Turn up. Let's go. Hey. Not ready.
This is where it starts.
Not ready. Be physical. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Let's be real physical tonight. Let's go on me. Let's go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Chase, they're probably going to go back to guys. We want 2x2 to do this double bullet pinch. All right, outside backers, we're in man. So you got to back out, or you got the edge. If there's any run to the edge, that's all you got. Because we're pinching. So let's do it. Outside back. Outside back. Be quick though. Again, guys. Thank you.
Watch the ball, D-line. Go get it. Go get him, Chase.
Honestly, I don't have much to say, but I'm so proud of you. That's the way to respond. Adversity, like I told you at halftime what we were going to do, and we darn well did it. All right, we didn't score, and when we marched down there, they could not stop us. Couldn't stop it. We wouldn't be denied. I'm proud of you guys. JVs.